G'day to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. It's a beautiful winter's day, and I'm down here by the picturesque Parramatta River, and as you can see, it's green, it's beautiful, and I haven't been down here for quite a while. The last time I was down by the river here was a couple of months ago when we had those terrible storms, and the river was awash with brown water, and it was quite flooded. So it's quite nice to be down here today on this beautiful winter's day. There's no breeze, it's mild, and it's just an absolute pleasure to be riverside. I'll just do a bit of a look around just to show you. As you can see on this bridge here, we've got a wonderful little imaginative sculpture of oars, giving it a rivery sort of feel, with the oars there suggesting that there is rowing action taking place. So what I'll do is I'll go for a walk and talk and take you through a book summary today, and the book summary is entitled Doubt, and it's written by Jennifer Michael Hecht. So an interesting name with a male second name there. It's not Michelle, it's Michael, so Jennifer Michael Hecht. So let's see where this book on doubt takes us, and enjoy this beautiful, serene part of the world. Good on Parramatta. It's come a long way from the old days. So the author kicks off the book here with a lovely quote, an ancient quote, a quote that has stood the test of time, where she reminds us that we need to A, expect change, B, accept death, and C, enjoy life. And this quote was echoed a couple of thousand years ago by a leader named Marcus Aurelius, and he also followed on with another empowering message, a message which of course I think we can all benefit from, where he explained that the brains that got you through the troubles that you have had so far in your life will most certainly be capable of getting you through any troubles that are yet to come. Love, love, love that message. Anyway, this book here is all about doubt and understanding how doubt can have its advantages, and that a lot of the major breakthroughs that people have enjoyed through the years is because of the gift of doubt. So the examples that the author gives us to kick off the text is where he reminds us that Confucius, Socrates, Einstein, to name a few, are examples of some great thinkers and people who were able to generate great progress and great breakthroughs with their milestone contributions. But he said that these people also had another thing in common, that they were also gifted with the science and the art of being doubters, being able to question their environment and question what is going on around them. So the author then moves on to talk about a few other things, and he says that doubt has given us many things in our lives. It's given us new religions, it's given us new ideas, it's given us new scientific innovations, and it will continue to create a frontier to give us many more gifts. The art of doubting is also the gift that keeps on gifting. So doubting, questioning, as long as it's done in a positive way, a way which empowers, a way which enables people to think in a way which allows progress and movement in the right direction, is something that should be embraced and respected. The first formal point that the author comes up with from their book here is the mention that religions have grown, changed, and are even born from skeptics. And schisms, the many schisms that we have in the religions, even just Christianity to take use as an example. But all religions have schisms. They've all got different groups and different forms. And these schisms, these breakaways, have occurred because they were the birth channel of skeptics. So schisms come about through doubt and challenge. For example, within the Christian faith, the Protestants brought forth and evolved out of Luther's refinements to match the community's needs. So once again, it's just a light example just to get us mentally alert and prepared for the other lessons that come through this book. But a lot of the things, a lot of the breakthroughs, a lot of the changes, a lot of the so-called progress that we experience today is from people who have doubted or people who have not understood. So there's a dual lesson there that people in leadership need to be in a position to be able to teach, to express, and to allow for questioning and debate. And at the same time, they should also be in a position to come up with the answers and to read the just be able to read, I guess, where people are coming from or going to, and to be able to help them see the same picture that you're seeing in the first place. The second formal point to come out of this book here is where the author says that doubters play an important role in the progression of science. And invariably, science is doubt is the birthplace of science. I've come across this nice little play area here. As you can see, there's a slippery dip which takes us down to the river, and we'll continue our book summary, and I might just take a slide down there in a second. So historically, what has happened is that people have questioned the many fables, the many traditions of their cultures, of their forefathers and of their elders. And this questioning, this proper questioning, has led to scientific discoveries. The author gives us an example that in 585 BC, Thales was the first known Western philosopher, the Greek Thales, and he doubted the traditional ways of explaining everyday events, and he took it upon himself to question and to try and identify answers. And he was the first to come up with a prediction of the solar eclipse. So how's that? So that's just an example of how doubt has led to another breakthrough in ancient times. The third point that comes out of this author here is where he says that you can benefit from your doubts no matter what religious or scientific beliefs you currently have. So we're all called to question our lives and to question our surroundings and to come up with our own solutions. So he said that doubts have benefits too, when people with questions get together, they can positively influence each other, and hence just the grouping and the positive energy that comes from that is very significant. Another point that the author comes up with is that you're not alone with your questions and the gaps in knowledge. The questions that you have, the many questions that we all face, are questions that other people no doubt have as well. So that's why it's important to get with like-minded people and to compare notes. And let me just go down this slide here. Just 1 second, I'll just get in here. So bear with me. It's all part of the experience and part of the fun. There you go. Just being a kid again. So where were we? So what we're saying is that people, like-minded people, can influence each other by coming together and sharing their questions, sharing their knowledge, sharing their doubts, and also sharing their discoveries. So it's important to be able to review your work with like-minded people. And one of the advantages and also the threats of technology through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the internet in general is that you can connect, you can collaborate with people instantaneously for free from all over the world. So there is a platform that enables doubters to come together, and that can be an advantage, but it also can be a disadvantage because there are political gains to be gotten through creating fear, uncertainty and doubt, and we all are surrounded by FUDs, people who just live, love and are energized by creating fear, uncertainty and doubt. But to also understand that these people also hunt in packs. So through, they can isolate other communities, other groups, and basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Cancel them. So we all need to be careful that this technology, as I said before, has its advantages, but also has its terrible disadvantages. So the last point to come out of this author is that the key course of action is to doubt and to question where possible, but to ask empowering questions, to be respectful with your questioning and not to be obnoxious, rude, and not to facilitate the passing on of propaganda and misinformation. And we do have a lot of misinformation that is being propagated at the moment across the world, across the internet and across communities. So I think I'll leave it there. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5am Club, where I come to you from the beautiful Parramatta River on this glorious day. And I just didn't recognise it. The amount of building and development that is happening in Parramatta is just phenomenal. My parents first came to Parramatta back in 1974, I think it was, or 75, when we had a shop in Westfield, Parramatta. Our shopping centre then was the biggest shopping centre in the Southern Hemisphere. But I was just reflecting with my wife just the other day, saying I could just imagine if my parents came back to life today and I showed them Parramatta, I showed them Sydney, I showed them regional New South Wales, Port Stephens, they would be absolutely shocked at the amount of change and development that has taken place. But it's beautiful. Anyway, let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and most importantly, let's have some healthy doubt in our lives, but don't let that doubt become fear. Don't let that doubt become uncertainty. Don't let that doubt overwhelm you and make you a negative person, but use it as a foundation to find answers. Use it as an opportunity to grow and develop and become, I guess, stronger in your faith by getting and finding out the answers that you're looking for, and then being a source of strength for other people. So once again, Yasas, take care from Parramatta, and we'll chat again. Happy rest of the week. Bye for now.